K-drama Haven family. In the glittering world of Korean entertainment, there are pairings we expect, pairings we admire, and then there are the ones we dream about. The ones so powerful, so magnetic, that the very thought of them sharing the screen feels like history waiting to be written. And when it comes to dream pairings, none has captured the imagination of fans quite like Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo. Two icons. Two legends. Two stars whose names are etched in the very DNA of Hallyu. And yet, despite their unmatched careers, despite their global influence, despite the endless fan petitions, we have never, not once, seen them together in a drama. Hold on tight, K-drama Haven family, because this journey is only just beginning. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The revelations, the emotions, the moments that will change everything. Until now, at least, the world waits, breathless. Because the possibility of Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo on screen together isn't just another casting rumor. It's the K-drama the entire world is waiting for. Think about it. Lee Min-ho, the man who redefined the modern K-drama hero. From Boys Over Flowers to the King, Eternal Monarch, he has stood as the face of charisma, the embodiment of romance, the benchmark for leading men. His presence alone draws millions, his gaze capable of igniting entire storylines. And then there is Song Hye Kyo, the queen of timeless elegance. From Autumn in My Heart to Descendants of the Sun and beyond, she has carried the crown of grace, weaving vulnerability and strength into every role she plays. To generations of fans, she is not just an actress. She is the standard. Now imagine them together, not in separate legacies, not in parallel stardom, but in one story, one frame, one unforgettable romance. It's not just wishful thinking. It's destiny waiting for its curtain call. Fans have been asking for it for years. Social media trends emerge every few months, hashtags demanding that producers make it happen. Lee Min-ho x Song Hye Kyo trended worldwide after a fan edit went viral, blending clips of Min-ho's iconic rooftop confession from Boys Over Flowers with Hye Kyo's tearful scenes in Full House. The edit racked up millions of views, leaving fans crying out, "Why hasn't this happened yet?" Petitions have been signed, letters written, producers tagged endlessly. And the reason is simple. Their stories, though separate, feel destined to intertwine. The question isn't whether they would shine together. We already know they would. The question is, what kind of story would be worthy of them? Would it be a sweeping historical epic, where Min-ho plays the valiant warrior and Hye Kyo the queen whose grace hides a fierce strength? Would it be a modern melodrama, filled with heartbreak and redemption, where the two battle fate itself to be together? Or would it be something lighter? A romantic comedy where their chemistry could unfold in laughter, in stolen glances, in playful banter that makes the entire world fall in love with them all over again? The possibilities are endless. And yet, in every scenario, one truth remains. The screen would not be able to contain them. Even industry insiders have acknowledged the anticipation. Casting directors have spoken off the record, admitting that pairing the two is not just a creative choice, but a global event waiting to happen. One producer reportedly confessed, "If you put Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo in the same drama, it wouldn't just be a series. It would be a cultural milestone. It would break every record." And fans believe it. Because if there are stars powerful enough to stop the world, it is them. What makes the idea even more intoxicating is the parallel journeys they've walked. Both began young, thrust into the spotlight before they could even grasp its weight. Both have endured the pressures of fame, the endless scrutiny of their personal lives, the whispers of romance, the trials of heartbreak. And yet, both have emerged stronger, not just as stars, but as survivors of an industry that demands everything and gives little in return. Their legacies mirror each other, two arcs running parallel through time. And fans believe that now, after years of waiting, those arcs are ready to collide. Imagine the press conference. Imagine the cameras flashing as Lee Min-ho walks out in his tailored suit, Song Hye Kyo beside him, radiant as ever. The crowd would erupt, the internet would crash, headlines would scream across the globe. And then, imagine the drama itself. The first poster, the first teaser, the first moment they look at each other on screen. It wouldn't just be another premiere. It would be a global phenomenon. So what would that story be? Some say it should be a sweeping historical romance. Picture it. Lee Min-ho as a war-torn general, his armor heavy, his eyes carrying the weight of countless battles. And Song Hye Kyo, the queen, elegant yet defiant, whose very presence commands the room. Two souls bound by duty but torn by fate, finding love in the shadows of war. Every scene would be painted like a masterpiece. Min-ho's towering frame protecting her against betrayal. Hye Kyo's silent strength guiding him through despair. And together, their love burning brighter than the kingdoms around them. But others say no. It should be something modern, something closer to the heart. Imagine a contemporary melodrama. Song Hye Kyo as a celebrated architect, refined, brilliant, but scarred by a tragic past she rarely speaks of. Lee Min-ho as a cold, sharp-tongued CEO, ruthless in business, but secretly a man carrying wounds of his own. They meet not through fate's kindness, but through its cruelty, forced into collaboration on a massive urban project that demands every ounce of their skill. At first they clash. Her warmth against his frost. Her patience against his arrogance. Sparks fly, but not the sweet kind. The kind that threatens to ignite wars. And yet, beneath the chaos, something stirs. A connection deeper than either expected. Their late-night arguments turn into conversations. Their silences become comfortable. And slowly, layer by layer, they begin to see each other's scars, not as flaws, but as proof of survival. It's not just romance. It's healing. Now imagine the first moment of real intimacy. Not a kiss under the rain, not an embrace under neon lights, but something quieter, more powerful. Perhaps she falls asleep at her drafting table, exhausted from endless work. He sees her, his cold demeanor faltering, and gently places his jacket over her shoulders. The camera lingers on his face, that subtle softening, that crack in his armor. It's small, almost nothing, but for fans watching it would be everything. Because Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo don't need theatrics to create magic. Their chemistry would exist in a single look, a single breath, a silence filled with tension so thick it would set the internet ablaze. Or maybe, the drama takes another path. A heartbreaking love story. Song Hye Kyo as a doctor fighting for her patients in an underfunded hospital. Lee Min-ho as a reporter determined to expose corruption at the highest levels. Their paths cross when a scandal threatens to destroy everything they've worked for. Together, they fight against the system, discovering courage in each other's presence. But fate is cruel. The story would not be one of endless smiles, but of sacrifice, of moments stolen in between battles, of two souls fighting the world just to hold each other's hands. It would be the kind of drama that leaves audiences weeping, the kind that lingers long after the credits roll, the kind that defines an entire generation. Fans have already written their own scripts. On fan forums, thousands of posts debate the perfect genre. Some argue for romance, others for thriller. A few even dare to imagine a fantasy, where Lee Min-ho plays an immortal cursed to wander time, and Song Hye Kyo the woman whose soul reincarnates across centuries, always finding her way back to him. Just imagine the cinematography. A love that spans lifetimes. A kiss that carries the weight of eternity. If any pair could sell such a story with conviction, it is them. But beyond the plot lines, beyond the fantasies, lies the truth. No matter the story, no matter the genre, the drama would succeed because of who they are. Because of the way Lee Min-ho embodies strength and vulnerability all at once. Because of the way Song Hye Kyo can break hearts with a single tear. Together, they wouldn't just act. They would create a phenomenon. K-drama Haven family, if the day comes, and fans believe it will, When Lee Min-ho and song Hye Kyo finally stand side by side on screen, the world will not just be watching a drama. They will be witnessing history. A story written not only by scriptwriters, but by years of longing, by millions of voices demanding the same dream. It will not be just another drama release. It will be the drama, the one etched into K-drama history forever. And when the screen finally fades to black on their last scene, fans will know they weren't just watching fiction. They were watching destiny unfold. This is K-Drama Haven.